Minister, the ministry, the government, one for thank you for witness again this press conference this week. And we know say beaucoup de people we don't attend from the very start. We have to plenty thank you. They want to join me now. We want to thank you. Today we can talk about the budget. We read on Friday with the Minister of Finance go in the Parliament, and we get beaucoup people who are experts there who can talk to you about the budget. But as usual, as government, we will start also for informing and updates on the news where they are around. We have to not get to the financial sector. We now really support the Minister of Finance for put them this budget together with all the processes that we happen. So, as part of the updates, yesterday the Honorable Vice President opened the second edition of the National Youth Employment Fair, where governments normally make for young people and for see how they go able for get private sector people at the same platform and discuss how we can help your man for job creation. This therefore be 4 days program, and today this morning they hold the conference where they will discuss with the private sector on how government get for put together which they call the job creation strategy and national internship program. Also, glad for telling us say the president don't return as alone after he attend the Saudi African summit, and he hold beaucoup fruitful meeting there with people on the sidelines at the Saudi African summit. And the president obviously that there are people that are coming out with people with technical people with our ministers there and the chief minister self today. And all the discussions the president gets, he also focus on the projects that we relate to president in Big Five change agenda program there. Also, last week Wednesday, president tell in African colleagues for say war not to the solution to the problem of any nation. He talked down in Morocco and Marrakesh, where they address panel of heads of states, where they discuss what are the potential way Africa gets for enhanced cooperation and productivity. And President also meets with the president of the African Development Bank, with Dr. Akiluni Adesini, and then discuss also what are the bank and commitment for support president and the Big Five, but specifically on Freetown. President also hold meetings them as well with other people in Marrakesh alongside this program where we go for also see how they will support you by the Big Five. The Madam First Lady also in London where they attend the Commonwealth Women's Ladies event, where they invite them as a keynote speaker on the theme, a call for action, safeguarding the well-being of women and children. Madam First Lady therefore attend this program with plenty people, include Her Majesty Queen Camilla of United Kingdom. The Honorable Vice President also over the weekend assure beaucoup graduates from the Sierraleone Police Training Center where they just pass out, where now people the way as you know or is it the way we go inside for the training. The Vice President assure people every day of government's commitment for continuing to keep us safe. Like I start earlier, the Minister of Finance on Friday don't go deliver the 2024 fiscal year statement where he talk about how they want to make sure say they get microeconomic stability, but at the same time see what you can do for protect the poor and the vulnerable. And the Deputy Minister One of Finance also last Thursday signed the hospital project agreement with the Saudi Fund for Development for construct a modern Ifal hospital will go worth over 187 million. We that one day now for make sure so they provide 150 bed Ifal hospital close to the airport, Nalungi. You know, stop there. Over the weekend, we also be joined the former Vice President Victor Fo and Boku dignity there for do a fantastic homecoming for your minister for go present officially to the people there. And Boku people there, dignitaries them, and chiefdom and the district, the day for make we present the minister to the people there. The minister will assure the people and say, this car we don't cancel, anything they do, they will always remember the district and the chiefdom for support them. So, I will end there so far, but I will end with one good news for saying the National Geographic way like magazine where they look at different areas of the world, we find for them people and go, don't also spotlight Sierra Leone as among the 30 most coveted destinations for 2024. So it means say if you're any side of the world, you want to travel for any side of tourism, salon and destination. We country be there among other different countries them, like Rwanda and Madagascar, where they big for them place here for go. So on that note, I will hand over to the Minister of Information and the host for today's press conference. Mr. Minister, sir.
Assalamu alaikum. I want to tell the Deputy Minister plenty thank you. As usual, I want to welcome all and tell thank you to Fabu Leone joining our host and tell plenty thank you to a very distinguished panel who get here today for can discuss this very important topic. Today we spend all day to discuss the Finance Act 2024, the Salon budget. The topic for the press conference now. Fact, number, and process. Since the Honorable Minister for Finance, lay the budget, plenty people don't turn experts online and offline for discourse. The goal will always set to us and give you vision, and we will be there for bringing you the people that win and they make the decision. And give you an opportunity to ask them direct questions. We don't receive a lot of very technical questions, and I have to tell the public plenty thank you when they use the platform there for asking questions here. If you there, you get a particular question on the budget, text official 876 make us unity and free. Inshallah, by next week, we will also add Orange as well and the other network then, so it will be free across the board. But you can also use the QR code with both by the invites and then I will screen here and use them for text your question. My commitment to you is when you ask a question, me go make sure say I convey that question to the panel so that they will answer your question. We get the master some people on this topic. We there. Number one, as usual, we always get civil society. So today we get the manual he called the budget man. Budget Advocacy Network, the coordinator, the brother Abubakar Kabala. He came here and he will talk from the perspective of civil society, waiting at a young view on these numbers. The budget, they delayed at the people's house. We get a distinguished representative from the people's house, the Honorable Mariama Zombo, who is a member of parliament for Pujan districts. Honorable Agladi Kosiu, Honorable and his sister will not come far. And I really glad and congratulate you on all the incredible things that we're going to do. But the person will anchor the conversation today, and person will not very important and no, also not used for the listen to. A man is a big number, plenty number, and a number who they grow up now, brother in the area, and they tell us, Commander, who come out this thing. whether we can sell from Axis. And Mr. Matthew Dingy, that the financial secretary of the Ministry of Finance, and one of the brains then of the Finance Act. So in the stats, we get about 7 minutes. Lay the groundwork. It provides the framework. The team, Mr. Dingy, the budgets, the facts, the number, and the process. I want you to focus on the facts and the number, we can cancel it for the process. And then we'll go to civil society. So, and I wonder you start by taking on this issue of tax head on. Less, they say they want tax less, they want less price go. And they'll say, throughout this process, when the consultancy, we go candidates, we handle this issue, and I know you again, you don't talk. But the advantage of the press conference is also just one station. Every station they carry, including community stations across the country. So I want to say, this budget, look at the principle and first way inform these budgets, how this budget they respond to the needs of the people there, and how it will contribute for remove the hardship. We will say people that they suffer instead of put hardship by them. So over to you. Just 7 minutes.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, Mr. Abba, and also my own boy and chairman for this session, and also good afternoon to my colleague panelists here, and also greetings to all from the media, and we appreciate your presence this afternoon. It shows how importantly we all take this process. To go straight to the question because of time, like the minister don't put waiting get behind this Finance Act, the projects, the minister don't put in the parliament. First of all, the Finance Act we do one every year. It's not the first one, we don't do. And in your role now for show or identify the areas then which our government will forget revenue, so that we will carry out the operations there and support government machinery for growth. We get plenty things they will say government they do. But government needs to side for get money inside for do. Government go for one the judiciary, want to get case all the courts there and dispense justice quickly. Now government they pay the judges there all. Those who not private person they pay them. Now government they pay them. The police who now do work, now government they pay them and they take care of them. The parliament who they pass the laws, now government will work for make sure they are more effectively. The entire executive, now government they take care of them. No private sector they do that. So what's the government they do and how for make sure say we get money and the side the outside the country get business, get those taxes and use them now for support then things that way people they want, then services our government for deliver. So more specifically, I know say there has been a lot of discussion around the finance bill basically because of this tax on rice. Or the zooming on. This tax on rice, first of all, not a new thing. If you don't do. So when people they say, let's say, increase tax on rice, no, this is a restoration. That means that when we don't do, we pull out, then now the counts are back. So you want to know what's in why you pull out, why the counts are. Because from 2009, the government may take their action for pull tax on rice, having 10%. That's in the 2009. What's in we pull the tax? That's in why? Because that's in the world they go through what we call the global food crisis. And the one world where they call for action, like how COVID they happen and where it affects the one world globally. For food production was the challenge. So the limited food where the price go up in the world market straight away. So therefore, for make clear board and lady, vulnerable people who don't feel and too much, governments around the world begin the tax breaks on food. And especially guys who are staple food. So governments now that's when they take a decision, say, no police tax for rice, because no one let the price go up. So we think say if you put tax for rice, the price they go up. That's the conception, that's the populist view. That say when you put tax on something, the price they go up. No. The question you ask yourself from 2009 to now, when I'm 15 years, we tax only per rice. Why we could not be still buy the same 200 million way they did that 10 day? Or 200,000 or 150. Why they don't go up to 800,000? So it takes a tax not play no role in that increase without price will increase for rice. Not to tax cause that. So it should say the people who they produce them, what see they cost them for producing them, for transport and go to other countries they want them, that cost below they go. So then you say they pass them on at higher prices. So already the increased cost will they come up from other countries there, we people they know they feel them. We don't feel over for 15 years. We feel like we tax. The government don't say, what? How long we will continue for we feel this burden? So anything as let's go back to Vietnam, China, Asia, where they come on, there will people that can feel that burden. Now for can pay the higher price, we are subsidizing those farmers there. Now they make them able to produce more because we pay for the rice and they come here. Right? So we say no, as a country, we still get the same land, even better and fertile land than them. We get the facilities. So why can't we use the resources or we give them people they need, when in the form of that higher prices when they come, when at the same tax, and use that now for the make we outside the way for growing rice so that we all local farmers or whatever they will benefit from them, and the citizens they will get a better quality rice and even in abundant supply they will export back. Now that we say no do them back in this act because every year we complain, salon they import 200 million rice, so they import Maggi, Abbas, this and that. But what are we doing to address it? You have to take a decision to address it because as enterprise any government global, you don't have control over them. Government will stop the man with the plant rice now Vietnam, so no increase price because you rest the can salon. No. But what I will do from within for help million people there not suffer, now I will do. So this restoration they do. So that money will open an agricultural development fund and we get to be very transparent with it. Anything ship can or now, the NRA commissioner will work with them. They will disclose to how many tons of rice, equality, value, and almost that 5% to that importer pay. When they take that money, they will put it on the concentrated fund that account, they will put it on the public. See, that ship will come soon. Now this will inspire for their rice. That money, or they go to the irrigation at Tomabo, or they go to the gold where they lead to kitchen, or they go to, or they carry lights where. Because private sector people they now, the one can't say for can invest now for plant rice because they don't see the studies also say Sierra Leone more profitable and productive for them than all the countries where they go. But when you can salon, the whole way they lead to the side a bad. Water no daily. And for when you really do agriculture well, within an irrigation, so that means you for able to grow and harvest 3 or 4 times in a year. That's what I want to harvest. So we will say season come back next year before you do. We don't ever make profits. So do them 4 times. So government say, no, use this money and I'll provide all the facilities there. So when them companies that come, they call them tractors, combine harvesters, machines, the milling machine, the plants, they can them put on out, they say they're not accessible to them. Then they can't produce rights now for we at a low cost. Because governments don't create the enabling environment for them, make it easy for them now to say they can come in. So this is the way you have to go to solve this problem. Otherwise, we'll never solve it. Whatever we grumble to, beginning can say they grumble. If nobody not take this job, so that a very, very grave and very wise decision we government don't take. So don't let the populist view say tax don't increase rice. It is wrong because the price don't increase with tax money. And what should we do for address that? We don't say like how we do for the other commodities like petroleum. Again, formula where they show take make up the cost, say you can salon and we say the seller. We can do the same for rice. For cement, for iron, for everything when an essential commodity. So that let people that they see say, they don't have internet, so now they grow with digital. Look the price for a ton of rice. Wait it, go to. If you freight and cancel alone, this is the cost per ton. If you pay the insurance, you pay the duty, now this is the cost. Then it translates and how many tons, how many bags of rice are 1 ton. You take another bag, you say 20 bags, then you convert and you say, okay, well, this will be the price for 1 bag rice. With a man black. So then we for sure say if they sell them, if always in this range. But for we government put tax per rice, nobody not pay attention. So who has been benefiting? And then send imports as they don't make billions over the poor people they say and they want to protect. They're using this money and they use that for themselves and then they subsidize the farmers over there. When we do things for we say for we proud of, for we own as citizens say, now we say use real money. And we don't develop agriculture, now we will go rice for the field. Then we will be proud as sierraleoneans. Now that's the main thing in this Finance Act. We say, look, at other countries, people in the talk, but tax on rice. Now Africa, when you check, Angola, now 19.3%. Now they import duty on rice. Benin at 13.2%. Botswana at 20%. That comes to West Africa. Nigeria at 70%. Then I import duty on rice. You know why? Because the government seriously, if I don't tax someone with the kind side, I know everybody will support me on local production. So I have to tax it because we say, okay, go rice. Malawi at 35%, Rwanda at 35%, Rwanda we are mad. Rwanda they do it. Golden our rice is 35% imported rice. South Africa 20%, Gambia and a small Gambia now 17.8%. So it's not a novelty. 6 government up to 5% rice and tax. Someone say they can't increase price. No. These are something very essential for the livelihood and the sustainability of us as a nation. If we don't do it now, we don't take the difficult decision or the tough decision, we don't ever solve them. So please, now that's the anticipated. And not only this no money for this finance act. Plenty good thing and daily. We are not saying this discussion not divert at all. A lot GST will not expand the exemption brackets. Small business will not be affected anymore. You understand? We don't come to 500 million now, it's for 100,000. You understand? People want to invest in agriculture, like I say, mining, the equipment, they count, no GST, no depend again. They count them, they don't pay. You understand? The local production with companies, they brewery, make drinks, the local drinks. The excise tax will not make them low past the one they come from outside. All these are for support for your private business there. Because the private sector is stimulate growth. So we have for support the way they produce all that the farmers they produce. They believe me inside the next 5 years. Also we begin boosters and so they come go outside. Also they go no they collect or they pay tax they lose how they go collect. Why would no one pay to we don't any tax money? I tell somebody, I say what would the other say, hey tax, we pay the tax to government, so that government is spending come back. Now we the citizen. We know they give aid to no country. Who saw that one day we say we give aid to Nigeria? We never give aid, say we cannot donate 10 million to Nigeria or to Ghana or to this. No. So all the tax money is spent here. So nobody know what I mean with that. So now we accept and now we see their systems and structure we can put for account for this money. We as Ministry of Finance, we work with all the ministry, agency, information we will share with them, agriculture, trade. Then we begin to publish information from January this will begin implementing. Every month, then we almost will raise. We will lost $18 million every year for that tax we will collect for rice. Would that be the benefit for one? We don't say I'm buying in Saloma, say don't better. No. $18 million. So these are a very serious thing. Don't trivialize them. Don't take and say government just want to do this thing because they just want to do it for. Who's government glad for just can't taxing people there? No government. But the responsibility of government is to take care of its citizens. And you have to take care of them the best way possible so that everybody will benefit. And through taxation, and everybody will benefit. So I will let this with us, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Well, the platform day for we clarify. I want to reiterate something for people that within the house. Governments need money for pay doctor their salary, for pay nurse their salary, for pay police their salary, for pay soldier their salary. People don't get for some wage bill. Inside this budget, then they increase number of teachers, and also they hire additional teachers. We get revenue. And how government they collect revenue? Primary source of government revenue. When governments one thing we the financial sector talk about is resting. Lie now on outside. For them come, no buy from outside for them we feel himself. So we for grow it, we need to for support with family. One more thing on this food rest business. The price of the imported rest is higher. Not so. We spend more money actually. We still spend all this money. They continue to increase the price. And then they bring a car. We get all this relief. Then we don't farm at the US, where they make Naya. He asks for him gets about less, even more healthy. That brown rice is better for past hour, it's 1 unit in the calories, we're full of cholesterol. We're not good for your health. So governments move the way they don't make it. Say don't support the local family. Don't increase markets for the local family. Don't make sure so all these budgets are one of the most progressive budgets they will pass for thinking through all these issues and come up with this very progressive finance act. We will lay the foundation for them to fit Salone and for them to deliver. Honorable Zombo, you are a member of parliament. As a member of parliament, one I want to talk about process. They don't do first reading, they don't pass what to expect. And then from your perspective, what you look for when you scrutinize this budget? I understand what I'm
saying. Finance and all the partners that will affect and this good budget here. So I want to tell them what we think. Because I think say now one of the most powerful move that we will take. Now this country will make we go before now finally. The budget now the whole process now bring them to the doorsteps the House of Parliament, the 6th Parliament of the Republic of Leone. Plenty discussion they only happen even before they can read the budget. We been get for hearing, for spring hearing, waiting, get inside for people there. Because we in the parliament, now we represent some people there. And now we for talk for people there. We don't want to see people there suffer. We want to see better. So we come out inside this country. So we hear it first from the Ministry of Finance, which they get for bring. And then plenty they change and adjust before they bring the Finance Act, Finance Bill, before we come and we look and see all the good things where the Ministry of Finance don't put inside it for better the country. The taxation side now really in the area of interest for we. And plenty of we participate, but that debates the or look the taxation side and the rest business not the issue. Generally speaking, cost of living high. One, because globally the economy is a problem. Ukraine a problem, they affect we. The Chinese economy where the slowdown they affect we. And other shocks that they will get globally where they affect we in sub-Saharan Africa. So all of that one way they among the way we economy did. So as I say, we don't increase tax. All man, the grant will say no, we don't want to increase the tax. We don't want to let them increase tax tariffs. But when we look and listen, we see say this is more sustainable for make the government take that taxation day, that tax day, it put them back inside agriculture for make we grow waiting for it. We don't continue for imports rice. We don't continue for imports all kinds of food. Now we import even better. A lot of things that they will in Canada, we don't know if they're genetically modified food. We need for growing. Now we own land, we're so fertile. Now this is a country where you go live, seed and grow, you know what it grow for itself. We get fertile land all over. So the Feed Salone initiative inside the budget, when the budget get for support, it becomes of interest to we pass the taxation set now. So we appreciate waiting the ministry don't do, and we know say as long as there is accountability on the part of the ministry and who that is responsible, that tax day, that 5% day on rest, it will go inside the agricultural development fund and it will help for minimize the suffering by we people there. Because people then want to do agriculture. And now you get from mechanized. The good thing is the tax exemption on the machinery we will come for agriculture, on anything for manufacturing, agriculture, anything they did. It will also help for encourage investors there, for bring in equipment and for bring in machinery. We will help for make the agriculture or the Feed Salone initiative for make it grow. So now we don't pass the bill, and also the appropriation bill. we get all the money there, where government allocates to the big five, game changers, and all the sectors that where governments they pay for. All that money there we look at, and there was a lot of discussion. We talked plenty, because I work now one day for making them do the changes the way we want for making them change or let them take. So now that we don't approve the act, the president get for sign, and not become law into the president get for sign, and then get for gazetteer. Now that day we will say now law, and that day it will become operational. The Constitution now they guide me na Parliament. Section 105 of the 1991 Constitution, it don't tell we say now we get the legislative authority. Now we for make law, now Parliament for make law. Yeah, and other sections that when they talk about the rights of the minister for bring in a bill to Parliament. When they say bill, normally say na law. That one day na proposed bill. When the minister they bring again, we don't bring a car, we don't look at now. We don't say that finance act na law until president don't sign, and by God the power he will sign. Now we don't work now for look the budgets. We don't look at finance. We prepare now for the debates. It will take about 5 days. So we all the read of everybody they study. You see the book before me. Every day I look at page by page, because there are things that we want to make it better, personal it is safe. And for letting ministry know say we need them in the yard. For example, I read some slides saying the woman there, in feed salon, the agricultural groups there where they support, they will get percentage of women. We want more women, 50-50. We don't say that woman, when you go up, that woman they do farm work. So then groups send day, then farmer groups send day. We want for them 50-50, 50% woman there, 50% man there. We want to see more women and the youth employment. I'm glad for seeing inside the budget statement for say we can forget woman the market groups when a woman led market groups. That in a market groups when a woman they before. Then they support them with microfinance, then they support them with grants, then they support them with money, cash, capital for make them do their business. The government get for do that one day. We see plenty in there, we see plenty in there where they really encourage me as a woman, and I know say they get for benefits more woman there. So next thing they all we get for Lucam, and once we don't sit up and let's man, everybody will understand. We'll go back now constituency or we community say we will able to explain to people and let them understand, especially this taxation business. For example, the tax rate they get for tax, then goods and services say 1%. Now, you and a contractor will pull, government will pull 1% for what by you money for pay for education. Then they put another education fund. That one day a joy for me as a mother, as a woman, and for I know say when parents they don't know say that taxation now for let it come back, now for let it become better. They go gladly. Also, when they tax people there now for about 0.5% of goods and services tax, they go to health insurance in this country. Yes. So, because money not be there for health insurance, but 0.5% of goods and services tax, they go to health insurance. So this is good news for we. Plenty good thing inside your mouth. If you don't read this, you don't know. And if you don't educate people there, they don't know. Say good thing inside, yeah? Okay.
Thank you very much. Honorable Maya Mazombo, as I can see, I can tell people and say, when this conversation starts, I say, hey, Safulo, this budget business and expertise. You know, they say, oh, they don't tax rates, hey, come here. I say, Safulo. The detail, idea. Then people are like this, they don't hate this country. Eh? we all wanted the country to go before. You know, they're not government interest for the country not go before. For say government say no more say, oh Lord, don't make it tip well. Hey, who's government will go and do that? These presidents care about the people there. The Ministry of Finance, the FS, the entire members of cabinets, we care about the people of this country. And plenty good things there inside this budget. One thing we're supposed to not be headline, will not be headline. Now we're seeing the FS talk about the GST. Or maybe they complain, oh, GST, government don't increase the threshold for the pay GST. Today, if you turn over like 100,000, not so, now 500,000. So you don't give big relief to small businesses. This now just we think about the ordinary person and the local businesses. You say, okay, if GST na problem, if they say GST kill me, this one small business, if I should charge GST, government say, okay, if na 100,000 no money turnover, free, you don't mix. You don't even need for pay any GST. All the money you make, can you get that? In other words, I will say to 200, to 300, to 400, government say 500 before you believe from this threshold. This is a government who care about the people. 9 days inside this review budget, 9 days inside this review finance act. So I wanted the family and particularly that I want for the talk to as we go on in this conversation. For no sake, the government, they think about you, and this finance act get provisions here. We specifically for how to make your life better. Budget man, they spend a lot of time to think about budgets. You advocate all the time on budget transparency, budget process, accountability, and all of that. I want to just give family your assessment of the current budgets and what you think so we're supposed to pay attention to, who won't pay attention to it. We like as a government for continue to make space for engage with civil society. Or just we'll talk to yourself, please yourself. Tell me the good side, the side if you say no good. We'll give 5 minutes.
Thank you very much. And I think I will start with the Finance Act. And as we talk, there are a couple of progressive taxes in the Finance Act, ranging from the GST, the repatriation of 30% of export of minerals and other stuff, the overhead for stabilize the exchange rates, the aspects of the education and development fund. Of course, and the fund exactly, the education fund. Exactly. So, and all of that we give out towards supporting the private sector. However, we as a network, and based on the number of views and we don't listen to, number one, we need support in terms of supporting government for that they able to generate resources, for that they able to provide services for the people like Sierraleone. Number two, the aspect of putting in the medium-term revenue strategy, the removal of the worldwide subsidy, we support her. However, the concern here we will get is the timeliness of that particular aspect. And it's good the FS don't mention how they're going to be transparent in all of this process. Meaning, whether tax or no tax, the rest price below the go up. Definitely, when they put the tax, businesses will take advantage, and absolutely, rest price will go up. And for
Wait. I just want to say something. The FS and this kind of my cabinets, His Excellency President, asked specifically about this. Not necessarily though, because they can't not do it. The price of fuel, will they get a transparent way for calculate the price of rest? So not they allow people again for just pass that tax over to the people there. Will they say, okay, these are the profit ratio, these are the costs we divide at the markets, these are the costs we for pay for input. So government will be involved in that process. So again, another aspect people for know is government will put in place mechanism there for protect the people there from the importer and let them not take advantage of free. So fuel today, the gap number is go so. But now the process transparent because we know waiting the trigger for it to any increase. We try to plan for all essential commodities. And the commitment that by the time this new tax to be restored, we could not get that process. So I just want for points and out so we get that clear as well
for we feel say that suggestion is good, but we own concern is there's already a target where agriculture was set say they reduce rice and potato by 25%. And the money where they mention where we do lost from this subsidy, $18 million. And the type of restore, just 50% of that, we are talking about $9 million. And the money where we agriculture need for 2024, now $157 million. If you take that as a percentage, we are talking about 6%. What feels say that no will affect the funding of Freetown. So our own suggestion here on this rise is let government start this process from 2024 transparently so that citizens will know the driving factors then where they affect the price of rice clearly. So next year now where agriculture will increase their productivity and accessibility of rice, then by the margin by which they increase the productivity and accessibility of rice, and by that margin now they therefore begin the subsidy. Because this is about survival as of now. If you don't get nothing self, let you get rice for it. Despite that, there are also other good aspects in way they like I mentioned. I think the other two I mentioned here is as far as concern, as a major suggestion, is about the credibility of the budget. To what extent within Parliament approve they actually implement. We analyze the budget for a couple of years. And we find out overall, when of course at the macro level, government try to meet the overall revenue expenditure. But when you look at the departmental level, they are large problem. You see a particular department, they get double than what they get, while the other one, they get more little. And it's good they mention the Finance Act, the time for finance rate for actually one. The last point I mention is around revenue. Again, we just published a report on Thursday. We look at revenue analysis and we look at them month by month. Again, kudos to the Minister of Finance for continuously publish government income and expenditure on a monthly basis, on a timely basis. I think that is good for transparency and accountability, and I encourage the media and for them to also look into that. Other for efforts spreading and faithful in terms of government expenditure. From analysis, we find out clearly say for 2023, it is very likely that NRA will not hit the target. Based on the fact that as of September 2023, NRA already don't collect 6% of its revised revenue. And which means if they hit the target from October to December, they need to collect 1.1 billion. And from trend analysis, NRA is only between 800 to 900. So one of the things that we're going to put in place for type of finance and the finance tax. But for we, the tax on rice, at this particular point in time, we support the policy in the future, that's 2025. But as of now, we want the government hold on, start this transparent process was very good in terms of what they drive the price of rice, and look at to what extent agriculture they increase the productivity, and from there we start the aspect of bringing the subsidy back. Thank you.
I like this brother because he became a man where he focus on the issues. Thank you very much. I think you make some really good points there where I will give chance for maybe a first response to, but I just want for just make sure see something will get lost. The Minister of Finance, they publish on a monthly basis government income and expenditure. It's a very transparent government. Also being backyard, this, that. But also believe you, this is the government that is committed to that level of transparency that we see. He mentioned the critical issue of credibility of the budget, and I think Professor Gwale responds to that. But time now for the open for question. Which I do as usual, I go through the one that we don't come, and I ask them all together, and I come to you, bulk them up, and then I open to now for me to ask. Please use the platforms that we'll get if you get more than one question, otherwise when I give you the microphone, you ask one question at a time. Okay. I will only ask the question that we are appropriate now for this conversation. The others I will come back to them. Number one, is the government's deficit reduction? Is the government deficit reduction focused or on revenue mobilization? Many people think Leone's fiscal deficit problem is on the expenditure side. Did this budget propose any expenditure cuts? If yes, which areas? Is there somebody, an expert who will send this question online? Mr. FS, budget deficit has increased over the past 3 years, and we have seen the past 2 finance bills propose radical tax and revenue measures aimed at reducing the deficits. Do you think these measures will yield the desired results of raising more revenue? And a follow-up question on revenue. Some people think high taxes or stringent revenue measures will encourage tax evasion and or avoidance, like we're seeing in Kenya currently. What measures are we putting in place to enhance compliance and discourage tax evasion? Some of these questions I think you can answer to. Many Sierra Leoneans think the current will soon be a debt crisis if care is not taken. What measures are you putting in place to reduce debt? So it's the same question. And then one last question. Many business leaders have criticized recent budget, saying it's not business friendly or conducive for economic growth. What measures did the budget propose to support economic growth and help businesses grow? So I want you to deal with those together briefly, and then we'll open up to the room, and then we'll take in more questions.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Okay, I'll do that quickly. Of course, on the deficit reduction, the only way you can reduce your deficit, like the question, the person that either you reduce your expenditure or you increase your revenue. That's the only way. But the second part they ask, what would you do for cut down expenditure? Like I discussed, I think 1 or 2 days ago also on this topic. We now will follow with budget hearings, so budget discussions. We now know the transparent way how we deal with proposals the way ministers they come with for including the budget. If we listen, the news every day after any budget hearing, this ministry said we see I asked for 30 billion, but the city will give me 5 billion. So I get that 25 billion. That should show you the cuts who they make just for make sure so we live within the means. So that ceiling, we want to make sure that with the ceiling, not based on the revenue we collect and the space we get for borrow, with that ceiling they tell us we cannot go above it. So like what the board that is here is correct. On the aggregate level, we manage within that, but we need to do more on how we deal with ministry by ministry, because some of them very aggressive in coming for asking for more after we don't done the ceiling and the budget. When they make the otherwise, then they suffer, they need to forget what's in the budget. But that's not the price we'll get for pay. If one ministry say they overspend, for no see their figure down, but that aggregate envelope, we don't put at the ceiling, we need to go more than every year in the budget. So we always make sure we maintain that. So that discipline they did, expenditure cuts every year. So even when we ask issue about traveling, this and that, if we know the cuts the way they make per travel, delegation sizes will they reduce, and how much will they save. Now because the money if you announce that it's a lot of money in the pocket, but just assume if we'll be allowed to be spent, waiting more if we don't cost we as a government. So all of those information they are there. We are doing a lot to cut down those expenditure. And of course now revenue increase if you get to revenue, not only for increased revenue, the efficiency, because the last part on tax compliance very important. And now we automate the business process of tax administration. Because you don't want to do the kind of laws there, act there, you don't administer tax, you don't live there. Then the government gets the impact of it. Why? Because too much human intervention, people are meddling with the money. They negotiate tax, you don't see corporation or for pay. Why? Because you talk to Montana. One for make sure see the whole business process of tax administration should be automated. If you do it before you pay tax, if you are a computer you pay tax, without going to customs, we are moving to that. Now that's our objective. So that when you don't deal with nobody, you pay tax and send you deliver everything to you, go give agency, go clear for you. You know they say they don't go overtax me because they have seen everything pay. Now all they say about government tax, where they cancel government. So most of the domestic tax, like we use that electronic cash machine, we talk to one. Any shop owner they go, they use that machine. When they feel say that you do good to yourself, when you pay the lower price, because the man say no, that man they use that as an opportunity not to pay government tax. And then they do, and they benefit from it. It's not you. So you are not doing it in your favor. So pay, and then give you the receipts. And you say, don't pay your tax to government as a citizen, you should be proud of that. And that makes you a sierraleonean. When you go, you own your passport, you say, I'm a sierraleonean because you're a taxpayer. But if you're not doing it, you make that man say, no, it is still overcharged. You know, say, even when you negotiate, you don't profit and tax, all the inside, they reduce amount, they don't use the receipts, the machine, they give you paper, they say, don't pay. They don't cheat you, they don't cheat the state. So tax compliance, now we all go for insurance, say, Apple. So what will they automate the process? So we use their systems and they for administer the tax. Any side you go for pay tax. If electronic means they for pay, say let them show you the electronic means they usually pay. Then you get allowed to get confirmation. Don't pay the bank, then give you the receipt or whatever. Don't pay to nobody. Just follow the system and that's what help you for making we reduce the budget deficit. Thank you.
All right, now it's your turn. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hands up. You hand it up? You know decided. I have to see the think out. Alright. So we'll start with this man there, number 1. The party number 2. The gentleman number 3. The man with the hat say number 4. The man with the hand number 5. Let's start. Go. I'll come back to her later. Yes.
Good afternoon. My name is Mr. Admin Augustine, AA.
Mr.
Mr. Admin Augustine, AA, Heritage Newspaper. Well, I want to ask this question because Kali say government will spend money for education 21 to 22% back. Now the big 5 theory from the government now, more on agriculture when people then they drive out in this country. How much percent government they put in agriculture for let people see say agriculture stand firm and the people of Sierra Leone they enjoy say, oh, this government is a better government now for Sierra Leone.
Really good question. Thank you for that. Go.
Mohamed Kamara, the most principal Sankara Newspaper. Mr. Secretary, Malaysia Secretary, Agri Ministry asked Unabuki and $250 billion for a flip salute. You say it took $1 sectors the day back for two. You take 2018 to 2022, the number of money, the amount of money, for all this department report say is shorted by the one that we did the MDA. Now, when you plan this the budget for 2024, when I take into consideration say the shorting whether money shorting, where people say go parliament, up to now, then the hands of people don't prepare it. You don't get any impact for plan for budget or the plan, also like global international sectors no more. Even the way people in there, where they take this money, put it in their pocket, then also like global no more. What is audit report? What's the impact for cost? When they plan the budget, sir.
All right. Thank you, sir. Go on. You don't turn off the mic. All right. Get on this one, so we know it's time.
Good afternoon. Suleiman Jallo from Expo Times. Mr. FS, days ago, we published an article in our newspaper where I've been fortunate for interviewing the Deputy Secretary General of the Import Association of Sierra Leone. It only say government has no justification on the hardship of the economy. I mean, the depreciation or the downfall of the economy. And in fact, even talk say government no for justified by imposing tax on the citizens to restore the economy. Now, just after that, we don't see say now, we will not increase the tax on rice, iron rod, even cooking gas. What are the effect, or what will be the after effect to citizens? Because every day and then we know the currency, Sierra Leone's currencies every day is falling, while that of the dollar is increasing, and most of the imported goods. Can I say all of the imported goods are being imported into foreign currencies? Thank you.
Thank you. Number 4. Man in the hat.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Ibrahim Jawara from Ivy Block. The question goes to the FC. I asked about the transparency under the new direction.
You mean the FS?
FS.
Okay.
Yeah. Under the new direction of past 5 years, we all been see every 1 week, we have been announced what in the country will generate. In a couple of months, that one has been cut off. So I want to know what's in the guarantee or the consistency into this 5% we want to implement by January, where it will continue for update the public of what we want to generate every month or every week, so the people then will know say yes, this money will be key, we want to give, because we don't want to see a situation where you know will start 1 or 2 months and it cut off again like way they happened inside the past 5 years.
So you claim saying the past 5 years will be the updates, we government will be do anything?
Well, initially we'll be listening fast and radio.
So now you know the listen again or not they know the do anything?
Well, maybe not again.
Okay. So you finally clarify that. So not say government do it.
Okay.
Say you know the
Me not again.
not bad. No good number 5. Thank you.
Yes, Mahmoud Silla, I'm name from the Nature newspaper. Mr. FS, there has been a concern with regards year in, year out, the late disbursement and under disbursement of funds to various ministry, department and agencies. What you will do this time around for let this not happen or make it not affect the Big 5 initiative of President Bill?
What's your name?
Mahmoud Silla.
Mahmoud Silla, thank you. Excellent question. I really glad you for that question. All right, so make a answer your first. The question then, we used to spend 22%. Now we spend, we want to know is the percentage on education, on agriculture, and maybe the reasoning, the impact of audit reports on the allocation here, the effect of increased taxes, and then a summary of Mr. General in question, and whether we'll be consistent in updating the public, and then this one are late and under disbursement. That question is very interesting because they affect we all. So, anyway, that's you.
Yes, you. Thank you very much. I tell you, plenty. The questions are all quite good, and they should say when I really they follow the developments and want to get more information as to what's in the apple. On the agricultural education allocation, 21-22% to the youth. This time we don't prioritize agriculture. The objective, agriculture, there is a Maputo declaration. We say for any country want to be food self-sufficient, the minimum amount of the budget we allocate to agriculture will be 10%. 10. So what we don't do from these policy measures, the we don't pronounce on this 2024 budget. We don't move the allocation to agriculture from our 4.3%, they go to 7% by 2024. And if you look at the projections the way they are in the budget, in the next 3 years, we will reach that 10% to agriculture. So that's the policy plan and the action and the work towards. We know we will jump immediately because, like you say, the education still there, health there, other sectors are there. When I think you get for raise the revenue, when you raise the base, then you look for support other sectors. So we will move to 7%, and then by over the medium term, we will increase that to 10. The audit service money then, very good whenever we express frustration about corruption, because corruption is key in society, and we have to take it seriously. It's between where we as citizens and when even when they go after a person we corrupt, other classes say, "Oh, now let me man, wait till this and that." We say separately, we praise people for that. So it's bitter, and then at the end of the day, you have to put the faults for government. But government don't put the institutions that will be in charge of that, or take the right decision. When they take the decision, then we support the institutions, their citizens. They will take them seriously. Then everybody will respect them. But when you criticize them when they do their work, and you say, no, they are targeting, they are this, they are that, they have basis, they have reasons, they have evidence as to why they are doing their prosecution. Leave them, support them to do their work, and let the courts prove otherwise. But then when they take sides and something happen, we don't really criticize. So how do you want to fight the corruption? So that's for me, I'm happy where they come from. So we get interested in that, and that's for me the culture. But waiting again at that audit report. To be very honest, that money that people they say cash loss 100 billion, 200 billion, really not to physical money. Not to physical money. I want to understand that auditing is different from cash accounting or whatever, right? We see that auditor they call as cash loss. Now, even if the police press conference will take place over here, if we pay for the light or the hall, or use this hall, we don't see the press conference will take place. We don't use this hall, we will pay 10 million for them. We don't go the press conference happen with the auditor come. It's seen that the account say they put 10 million there for pay for hall. They ask the accountant what the receipt they give for the hall. If the accountants don't put the receipt, they take as in a cash loss. But the people that will be know them, they don't say the meeting they take place and they pay for the hall. But because that document's not there, they put as in a cash loss. So most of them are documented because government the archiving system very poor. Now people don't put a lot of measures and systems. They auto everything while they think about digitalization automation. Even with introduce an electronic document management system, where in all ministries and now, even the payment vouchers and they scan and they put in an e-ministry system. So auditor want a voucher, whatever, it query the system, they see the document electronically, they know see that payment was approved. So waiting more can be, to be very honest, or some they say the procurement process where they follow, they're not correct. So they say that money they don't waste. But the thing happen. So if Motoka wait for buy 100,000, if I say you go buy for 500,000, we look, they go say you don't lost government money. But you don't miss them not buy the Motoka. You understand? So how to make sure say they follow their systems and procedures and they or make sure say the right thing is done. Now that mostly came in the audit report. When importers they talk about tax, they will engage on the back like Kuna and say this government they suffer we got the tax where they put. Well, ask them say what of your margin where you put money to the sell? How much margin you put per which you sell to the say sierraleone? Are you fair with the margin where you charge? Where you put all the cost and you buy? It will tell you say, but me I make loss, but you still in the business. But how will they make loss? They for business 30 years. The business will not close also. But so that tells you not to the tax they are above them. Then they use that tax payment for food the people there and say, hey, now the price don't go because government don't pay tax day. But waiting at your margin. Some of them margin is 3 times waiting at the tax safe way they for pay. So that's not really an excuse. Consistency in the publishing of this agriculture fund will the couple. I will tell you because rice is very, very sensitive. And we don't see the concern with the public dog is about that. It shows the cow everybody back and we say the only way perhaps to pacify people in a way they know really how that money they can side and how government they spend that. So me I talk on behalf of the minister because I know the passion we said getting this. That the Ministry of Finance will be fully committed that come January this thing pass into law. Every month all the vessels that we come with rice in this country, that 5% we will put so on start. We put on a bank of Saludo, we put on all the social media. We know that in a small boy as still. So as I said, I say good one for me, they do it. So now they do that information. Every press conference, perhaps that week they will follow the end of the month. We will share that information if we be part of the processing. We will do that. See that 5% duty last month we raised 5 billion or 10 billion. Now go raise their bank of Saludo. If we spend Paramba, we can't tell you now. Almost to spend Paramba, we will spend that. That's when because the people the money, so nobody gets out. Now, when I say gets out, this is now Susu we can contribute for global progress. Yeah? Now we all Susu, so one for no. Then the last one on the disbursement of funds to MPAs, really why? I say because again, the revenue may come on time as one time. People they pay this compliance on tax issues. And we wait for development partners and for giving money. Now we budget support so we forget this year. Now next week, Monday, IMF will go to the board for approval program. We will pass on review. Then we disperse money to Salon. Then December, World Bank says we go to the board. We don't do all the targets, so we don't meet all. Then they disperse money for Bank for Salon in December. But that money, if in December they can then the board can meet me Jan February or we can July, you can't be there last me. Oh, Mr. Lee, you can't give me money, can't give me. I said the money don't carry it. You have to wait. You understand? So the only way we get on time now, the domestic one we collect. When they come, if we comply with the tax, we collect them, we will wait for the survival, and the development partner, they don't come. So I hope we will improve on that, and we will promise you at least next year will be far better off than what we experienced this year. Thank you.
Smart and number one boys, it's okay. In explanation, be concise, be direct. The answer is directly as well to all the questions. I same thing with the minister. We get two really incredible communicators and we currently manage the Upper Civil economy. Alright, next round, let's see the hands go up. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. We can't turn back. So let's start with Opa.
Joseph Simon Patui, Ismail Mohamed Cricho, the Lion. Mr. Evans, as an alma mater of the Methodist Boys High School, I want to say, let us lift our county to the height of fame. Laboramos expectantes. You mentioned the area of creating the enabled environment. I want to speak on behalf of the farmers there. Some of the rest they not do it. The project fund, a laudable initiative from the government for creating revenue, but at this particular timing of the program for Meetup 2024, you not feel say most carry, especially when some of the rights not do it, and you can't impose tax now towards the traders, and the traders then where they increase price are based on the taxation. And if that is a coincidence towards the minimum wages, how you as FS plan for pushing and mitigation kinds of things? Thank you.
Angela Maria wants to say, concerning the project, 7% they allocate to the feed salon project, and Buklarin gets 20%. During these 5 years, so I think say it will be achievable where now 7% and the financial sector they say that it's going to go up to 10%. It's going to be achievable, and which are the mechanisms that we want to put in place for it to achieve this feed salon project.
Well, I'm able to talk to you from Sky. FS and the Minister of Information. I want to know if this 5% I don't add, the money we get for the generates a very big boost to the country. Why these lapses the government will don't take notice of her? And this 5% I don't add, in return, the masses they get to pay that tax to business owners because they get to raise up prices. Within one office, business people then we go for the actually one way import rice, we go for gain, we the feed salon go stop later.
Thank you.
Elvis Bokarisama and FS, I think say in 2002, I see Financial Act. And from that time up to today, I still see Financial Act in the common. So why this one so special now to the air of people? Well, the simplest answer I would give is that this government wants to be very transparent. And that is the reason. And that is why people in the front. But I believe say taxes are always to be paid back. And there is no excuse for that because if you run on the streets, on the roads, electricity, power, water, education, health, and then security, you have to pay tax. But I will say, why rice? Why oil? And then we talk about iron rod and so on. what is wrong? Why would they talk about tax too much? What is wrong with the natural resources? The gold, the diamond. What are we reaping from there? The cocoa, the coffee, the oil palm, they are going to Guinea. The timber is going to Guinea. Well, are we paying attention to our natural resources? What are the percentages and what they get from their natural resources? For example, in 1980 or so, the government pay 49% to Sierra Leone. The one where they mine they get 51%.
Mr. Elvis.
Yes.
I would like for invite you for like an panel. But while you did you ask the question. These guys provide the answers.
All right.
Yeah.
So okay. So why are we not paying attention to our natural resources? And that I don't know.
Thank you, sir.
Then let us go to. I just want to.
That's the last one, sir.
Please. Now, please.
I'll give you one more question, but not talk. Just a straight question now.
All right. Well, when they talk about budget, at the phrase say we budget them too traditional instead of making the activity-based budgets or zero budget system. Because the activity-based budget, well, we are not explaining.
Thank you, sir. Then we can invite you to the lecture. Yeah? Go on.
Mena Ibrahim Salah Sisi, Voice of Salon Radio. Mr. Abubakar Kamal, Project Advocacy Network. How una they go about for raise awareness for the citizens to know about this project hearing really go on? Because it's very challenging for the layman to able to understand within the PS they say right now. Sorry, the FS they say right now. So that's my question.
It's challenging for them to understand what they say.
Yes, not for me per se. The layman within at the village, for let people understand, they carry there because Budget Advocacy Network, now a civil society, I do believe they get their own network them cut across the country. Not everybody they go on social media at the provinces. That's an young concern.
But not to social media again right now.
Basically, on this TV, they're getting associated with social media right now with people and they see.
Understood. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'll start with, one more person in there and I'll just take our turn since this will be the last round. Yes.
Me na John Kelly Maran. I did report from the Great Newspaper. And FS mentioned 10% to go to agree for the Maputo protocol. And during the first 5 years, they come up with the Tamabon food project. And I know certain people go to the food project. Since then, no send email from that project. Until now, it don't solve much. What's my take towards that, sir?
Okay. Thank you very much. Good questions. All right. So now, thank you again for the question there. I really appreciate the quality of the question, the quality of the thinking, and the I would say fun and banter atmosphere really this email now. Sometimes I just have more now, but obviously I appreciate the question when they ask. I would simple and take dancing jest. Mr. Evans, you get plenty of question about it. Starts with you, ABK, because the question is how, I think that this is question, how they bring the people of this country along on this journey for them to fully understand, not just Osidonaya, but how they break and down as well with the communities. All right, go on.
Thank you. One way is we analyze the government budget. For example, we just analyze the income expenditure for let's see understand what they can, what they going. And we can also work with the Minister of Finance for development of the citizen budget. If you go on the Ministry of Finance the website, you will see all the years the citizen budget. The citizen budget is the simplified version in a cartoon format. I mean, by just putting the picture, you will say government invests amount in education, government invests amount on invest, and we can also organize the program and community program there. At the district level, we simplify the local council budget. If you go on our website, you will see the simplified version of the budget and even the audit reports. So probably we need to do more in terms of going out and sharing people, but we work towards that for simplifying the budget and for also analyze them in a very simple manner. Places in the know which they come in and how they spend them and which patterns it take. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Good. We just talk about the citizen budgets, the fact they are available, and they use cartoons, and not they use civic education council for do all that in a day. So, you know, we may get people and say, not say, you know, they say, you know, don't see it. Eh? Also, they not talk, say, you know, one day, say, me no see it. But they know they put the measure in place. So it's really commit for doing the ministry. And for help for make sure say now we happen, let all man know say don't happen. Would they use the pulpit to get for push up? Mr. FS, you get plenty of questions than I have about traders, whether it's scary, this 10% endeavor, how we for make 50% whether the 5% will be a big boost and how you go. Why rice and iron ore and all the LBC they ask about which make no focus on other assets they will get, other commodities then, and then the Tomahawk question come as well. So take them out.
Thank you very much, Chairman, and thank you again for the questions, everyone. My Lamuamus water. On the timeliness, whether it is now, I don't talk on that day over and over. There could never be a right time other than now. If we really want to make sure, see, the farmers, the way you say we want to protect, you cannot keep promising them. We have been promising a lot. Do something tangible now, we then go hold you, say, okay, you try this, but you don't work, or you try this, it works. So finally, you don't solve the problem. So it is timely. Let's do it now, and let's see what will be the impact. For greater enabling environment for them, they get access to the roads, irrigation, energy, so they go for produce more, access the market, sell, and make a lot of profits. And the agriculture, young lady, the 10% will be achievable, right? Because now we put identifiable streams of revenue, we government will identify for support this program. If we don't do one for education, the same strategy we must do for agriculture. But because education is still a free education program will continue, we're not going to achieve agriculture now just 2024. So that's why we'll move to 7, perhaps 2025 or 8. By in the next 3-4 years, we will most move till we get to the 10%, and so we get more resources. And you say everything governments not take notice, why only now? We say like this thing don't happen, we don't know. Yes, because that's not the problem we happen, we make you need for corrector. If from 2009, prices of rice will still they go, and will not be the taxer. But you see, because like I say, for people who they use the populist view, because that's a populist, because the populists they say if government tax anything on the price they go, then I won't believe. So when they scared government for take action, right? Because they say all might be but the price will go up without taxes. But the populists are not making kind of say, but rice price will go up for tax holiday. When I'm ever all that debate in a radio, say rice price will go up for tax holiday, never. So it tells you something is wrong and it has to be corrected. So not to tax will increase the price. But they know the only debate when the price go up. And so but now government for address her now. And say no, I know the man at China and rice not going to go up no more. The price, they mean they put some on the people, they have the chuka down and so they for still buy them at that high price. No, let me grow my own and make it affordable for the people there. So you can ignore that one day, if the price go up, like their own business. Yeah? Maybe they make sure some people they get them. So that's why we say let's correct it now and with no resources for doing. Yeah, so it is now. And why not the natural resources and just why rice? The natural resources we all don't see. So at times we can say that it's like a cost. And so we can say, well, continue with the natural. It's not that. Because government will get the capacity for people in mind. You talk about the ENCO, they refer to the ENCO company those days. These are the same if you read this budget speech, like how the Honourable Minister, the Honourable Member of Parliament, Madam Zombo, explained, if you read that speech, you see the innovative financing of natural resources with this other budget, you will happy on that actual government want to take back. We therefore begin to joint ventures and participate in sharing this company the ownership with all the natural resources. Also private company with the cannibal, now they get all things. We don't get no shares in them, we can't determine. And Abubakar mentioned, we're talking about 30% repatriation of the proceeds then back into Sierra Leone because now we don't deplete the land, we don't degrade the land, we don't destroy for exports, they will not bring the money come back. Parliament so passed the now 30% they come. So natural resources they sir. Just read them, we not just go for rice. The measures they did now because like how they say this rice now I don't draw all my attention. But it's still the only for natural resources. If you go for there, when I will see all the system there, the thing they will propose how we get more revenue on natural resources. The traditional accounting, I sit down, a lot of talk about Ministry of Finance. Activity based was the traditional budgeting, a lot of Ministry of Finance, yeah? Okay, we will do it anyway. Then Tumabom, the last question, and we don't ever get any policy, so we allocate 10% to Tumabom. Whoever sees in government, the last 5 years, the president don't ever declare that they say they'll get 10% to Tumabom, right? So that now we don't come with the policy of fees alone. And not only for Tumabom, we don't identify, please, we don't take with time, Sierraleoneans, let's read. This budget is not to anything because of this rights we don't touch. You are taking that 3 hours of your time. You don't take it past 3 hours, read it all. Read this budget from page 1 to page 40. Not just 40 pages, you can read 2 or 3 hours, you read it. Then you will see what's in there about all the policy there on how we want to address this field salon and the other initiatives. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I want to ask show of hands whether they ever take that 3 hour day for it, but when I'm them and camera they deny. So I know let them inspire my Honorable Zombo, your last words on what you look forward to on this.
Thank you very much, new minister. I think say we get a lot of homework for do, all of us, we need for read, we need for talk more, we need for ask questions. So who will not let for read, we need for ask questions. The budget is online, the statement is online. And that statement, now they show really waiting this money get for go to. One of the questions there around natural resources, we brother they ask so. Plenty things in where they get for tax. Not only rest. When you don't read though, you will forget what the rest. Plenty things where they read. Like the royalty rates for the mining of gold a day. They therefore pay you when they mine gold, when you now outside and you can't mine gold. Your royalty rate when you pay, you get for high to we get more money from you now than before. We get money from digital service system. Google, Amazon, all them what they didn't get for pay. Netflix, they all. Even when you buy tickets online, the one they were responsible, when getting institutions and when they do that, they get for pay tax to we. And a digital taxation is quite interesting for no see. We government member all them thing they all them corner thing they all really do. They get for pay tax to we. You where they go bring rum from outside the country, you they pay more than Uda they make stout and beer. And so the local industries then they go free of small because their own tax will be less than Uda they bring inside. So you go let for drink you stout and beer and yeah, it go cheaper than that one they bring from outside. Other country then that's what they do. So you they like even that you rest yeah, it sweet past the one when you come out. But if they not force sweet for grower, we not go even know the value. Then they say now don't begin eat to country rest back. I know they feel for eat imported rice. And then I call and say we now cook them in rest because it tastier than the one way they come from outside. We get tax where, like for example, the mortgage days they don't reduce. The mortgage days don't reduce. Not so every day go pay now work days. Now you put. So if the property they na wataki, the only they pay for working days, they pay for every day. You see? Then I mentioned the GST exemption for anything where they can, whether for machine where they bring for agriculture, machine where they bring for mining, machine where they bring for petroleum work. It against GST exemption. So who don't want can invest? Who don't want bring machine and tractor and they glad for bring a car. Because you know they go pay GST Panama. So that means that therefore help we people that when they do business. Of course, the royalty on timber. They include royalty on timber, they mention the Finance Act. So all the things they help for make money come inside. As long as this money they manage the Ministry of Finance and the partner they for manage money where they come to be. It can for benefit everybody. So I encourage we all for make we learn, make we read, and as media people them, make we help for educate people them. And know say as long as the education day, people them will understand why it's a system.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, family, you don't watch me now. This don't be in a view one of the most informative press conferences they would hold. Because if you don't pay attention, you don't learn the UTI will not be known. When we hear about this Finance Act, people like say, oh, they can tax free all these things. You don't find out say actually the government provide plenty relief. Government don't make it easy for you plenty side. And you don't understand say government need for raise money for the country. For pay teacher, increase teacher. By the way, civil servants there, the minimum wage government increase and now to a minimum of 1 million. So people like say, oh, the salary go up, but the salary is simply go up. But even for the government get that money for pay that salary, government need for raise money. We look forward to this conversation with the parliament. For the Canadian will say, this bill, this law, this budget is detailed. Everything where they think and do, and it's designed for favor the poor people. We are even from the Border and Budget Advocacy Network, say they're only against the principal thing where they desire because they understand the value of it. This morning I listened to the man waiting at the Chamber of Commerce for Agricultural Producers and Salon. He said they support standing. Minister of Agriculture said they support standing. So he tells you, all the people they say they support, that means it's good for the country. And I follow we go for support ways where we look at farmer they go grow with the needs. On that note, they want to tell them all plenty thank you again for our support always for what they can. And I commit one thing on behalf of the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. We spend plenty time over the next few weeks for break down these budgets to people because we believe that when people know the details of these budgets, they will clap for the FS and the Ministry of Finance and they will be happy to say better they can for we country over the next year, inshallah. I tell you plenty thank you again, and next week we'll be back. Assalamu alaikum.
Picture quickly.
Thank you. I saw the weekly government press conference, they come to an end. So we go left on now. This is the Unity Broadcasting as we bring on correct information. As we always done at the ground for bringing on cogent information. So we tell you now plenty thank you.